I'm gonna be real with you guys. When I started off my own clothing brand, like when I started off, I'm just gonna get into my story and my coming up with this clothing stuff. It was not easy. It wasn't like a walk in a park. What's up, Unusual? Today we're gonna be talking about how to create your own clothing brand from scratch in 2021. How I created my own clothing brand from scratch, and how you guys could do it as well. Now, this video is gonna be a different type of video from what I normally make. So if you guys really like that, I'll make more topics about how to create your own clothing brand, how to create your own business, because you know, in 2021 everybody's trying to chase after a bag, everybody's trying to get some money on them. So Unusual mission or Unusual's purpose is to uplift people mentally, physically, and spiritually in all areas of life. So if you like our designs, if you like our hoodies, if you like our clothing, then you can check out the link down below and it'll take you right to our shop. We also sell bracelets. We just started selling these as well. Other than that, you can also subscribe to the channel for more content as well. But let's get all that out the way. Let's get into what you guys really want to know about, which is how to create your own clothing brand. I'm gonna be real with you guys. When I started off my own clothing brand, like when I started off, I'm just gonna get into my story and my coming up with this clothing stuff. It was not easy. It wasn't like a walk in a park. A lot of people, like, they don't really know. There isn't really a set path on what you can take to really create your own, so to say, clothing brand. It's really trial and error sometimes with this type of stuff, especially with business. A lot of people give up too easily on this journey when starting to create a business because they don't see instant returns, especially in the beginning. Well, just so you know, you're not going to be getting a lot of instant returns in the beginning, and that's how it was with me. When I started Unusual the first time, it was off of Printful and print on demand, and with that I wasn't making any sales at all. I think I made one sale honestly that year. The whole year I made like one sale, and basically what I was doing I don't recommend this to anyone because it's really bad, because I was getting photos off the internet and then putting on like each of the designs on Teespring, and it wasn't really like it wasn't selling because people knew that those weren't like real designs. And then my second time I made a business, it was called Unusual, but it was without the Y. That's I'll say my first like real business. I got a site and everything with Wix. I don't really like Wix for reasons that I'll probably say in another video, but I got a website with them and I put all my products inside of that website. But in the long run, since I didn't set up the business properly in the beginning, it didn't really flow. So with that said, I still made a couple of sales with that site, connecting it, because it was connected to Printful. Printful would just you fulfill my orders for me. But mostly with that site, I usually got it sales like in person. Like more people in person wanted my hoodies than from my actual website, which was nice at first, but then you really want people to get your clothing off your website, not just you in person all the time. And which brings me, this whole entire journey brings me to my third business, which is Unusual, which I know now, which I started in like the beginning of this year. But I started like, it's been a year now actually. I started thinking about it a year ago. And yeah, so Unusual, I usually just we make hoodies and sweaters. With that being said, again, in this video, I watched a lot of other videos, but I'm gonna be 100% real inside of this video. 100% accurate, 100% real. No bluff, none of that. A lot of people in other videos, like, they might talk about Shopify or print on demand or other things, but you could sell, if you're a good drawer, if you're good at drawing, you could sell your t-shirts on different websites, and that's totally fine. But you have to know, like, this is my biggest advice of this video, is that you have to know that your stuff has to be unique, because just because you have a product doesn't mean people are gonna buy. Most of the time people really buy products because they have like a story behind them. And that's all that branding is. That's what separates like Nike from just any other brand. So there's a difference between selling t-shirts and then actual like having your own business. It's two paths that you could really take. That's what I'm gonna say. It's two paths you could really take if you want to start your own business, start your own t-shirt brand. The path that I just mentioned before is just selling shirts. Just selling shirts, but not having any real branding, not having a real passion for it, just trying to get money from it. And then the second way, which I said, is creating like a brand, building off that brand for the future. Now, the first way could be really good for the short term. If you're just trying to make a quick buck, then you could do that for the short term. That's what my second business was all about that I told you guys. But the third way, the second way is really good for long-term growth. If you're really trying to scale your business, if you're really trying to have something in the long run that could really like protect you financially inside the future, then having it's not going to be quick, I swear to God, it's not going to be quick, but creating a brand for yourself and then you representing that brand everywhere you go is going to really help in the long run. Now I'm going to say this again one more time for everybody who didn't hear me back. A lot of people want it easy. A lot of people want it easy with this business stuff. But really, you have to know that there's no really correct path. The path that you take might be different than the path that I took. You could take some of the stuff from this video and then implement it inside of your own practices. It's not a walk in the park, and you're not going to be earning $10,000 a month like this, honestly, unless you get lucky, and unless you have business practices, and unless you have, if you have a grind and you already have money, or you already have money coming in, yeah, it's gonna be smoother. But if you're someone who has no money right now and you're around my age, it's gonna be hard, but it builds up. I swear to God, if you don't give up on it, it's gonna build up eventually. Like, there have been times where I just wanted to like dump my business out the window, but I just took a break and I sat back and I thought about what I could do better, and then more ideas just started coming in. Now, there are 3 different ways on how you could start off your own clothing brand, and I'm gonna get into the 3 right now on my board to show you guys. Alright, now we're gonna get into the 3 types of clothing fulfillment services that you can fulfill your clothing with. Now, the first one is print on demand. What is print on demand? A lot of you guys see this, you may have seen this. It's like Printful, Teespring, Printify, sites of that nature. Now, with these type of sites, when you like fulfill an order, or if you fulfill an order with them, that means that they're the ones who's fulfilling the hoodie, and that you have to give them some of the money of your profit that you got from that order. So let's say that you just got an order that costed like $54 for a hoodie. On Printful, most hoodies cost like $25 to make. So, and it depends, because some hoodies also have designs on the sleeves which cost more. So when an order is fulfilled, that means they get most of the profit and then you get some of the change. But it can be real lucrative if you get a lot of sales. That's the thing. Now, a lot of people may not want to do this because it's a hassle on the, not a hassle, it's not a hassle, but like they're getting a lot of money taken out. Well, the main reason you get that much money taken out is because they're doing all the fulfillment and they're doing the shipping, and they're actually creating the hoodie for you, and you don't have to do that much of the work. Now, Printful was my first thing. Printful and Teespring were the first things that I was doing. And back then, I didn't really know a lot about business. I was a kid. I'm still a kid. Didn't know that much about business. Just a teenager looking it up on the internet. So I was making like more loss than I was profit. And yeah, it was hard times back then. That's all I gotta say about that. Okay, so if you want to start with print on demand, the main advice I'll give to you is that you're creating first of all, you're creating quality products that like you put your all into, with quality designs or quality some things that you're selling. Or maybe you're selling something for like a low profit cost, like a mug or something like that. And other than that, you just have to price it so that you're not making that much loss, and you're making something in your pockets to like up to like $15 to $20 a sale, just so that you can scale it up. So don't be like sad when you're not making that much money at first. The more that you market and the more people that come to your site, the better it's gonna get. And think about this: who really wants to ship stuff right now inside of this code? Like honestly, they do all the work for you. Alright, the second way is wholesale. Now, wholesale is what most of these businesses, especially I'll say small businesses, do. Wholesale is getting a product from China or India or another foreign country, or it could even be the US, but you're ordering a lot of that product so then you could sell it. Why is this good? Because when you buy something in bulk, like the more you buy in bulk, the less the product will cost. So let's say I have a hoodie that I want to sell like this, and I'm gonna buy it for $20. So then let's do like 20 times 10 or something like that. Each number you put it up, the more the price is gonna go down on the hoodie. So then you could end up selling it and you get more profit back. Now, I'm gonna say this. This is really good for a person who already has like a fan base or a social group. If you don't have a social group and if you don't have a fan base, then you should not be doing this, because when you buy so many hoodies, it's like you might actually be getting more loss than profit, because you might not sell all those hoodies, or one size might like sell out, and other people might like you're a beginner business, so you're not going to be getting that many sales. So don't overprice it, don't overdo it and buy so many like sizes. Buy what you think you need. If you think you need 10, then get 10. Another thing is that you need to be able to negotiate with people on Alibaba as well, because they might just try to run you out of your pockets. I'm gonna be honest with you, because they're a business too, so they're gonna try to finesse you and get their money. So what you gotta do is you gotta come in there with a deal. You gotta either negotiate and get a deal, or say, oh no, I'm not finna do this. There are legit a lot of people on Alibaba that you could talk to, honestly. Now I'm gonna make an Alibaba video, but some of the things you need to look out for is you need to look out for like top rated sellers, how long they've been in business, how many reviews they have. All these things are important. And number one rule of advice in Alibaba as well is don't get people on the first page. Like those first pages are like sponsored people, so those people are always getting people like to try and get their products, to try and get what they want. So they're used to like people coming in all the time. So you as a new seller, they're really just gonna try to finesse you. Now I'm letting go of a lot of gems, bro. You could pay for this type of information, I swear to God. You could pay people try to finesse you out of this information. But I'm not gonna release everything. I might make like a Patreon or something where I talk about the rest, because it gets more deeper than that. There are a lot of tactics, a lot of strategies that you could use. Alright, let's get into the third one. Third one is what I call t-shirt shops. Now this can like be in two sectors, so to say. The first way is like if you have your own t-shirt printing machine, or those things cost a lot. But if you have your own t-shirt printing machine, or you know how to make clothing by yourself, like you know how to make like if you know how to make like bracelets like this by yourself, then you ready to eliminate a lot of the hassle, because all you gotta do is create the like shirt and then you just sell it for how much you want to sell it for. Or you could have a bunch of like let's say this hoodie doesn't have this design on it, or it doesn't have this right here. So you just get a whole bunch of hoodies, and then you go to a t-shirt shop, and then they'll like put the design on it for you, and then you go sell it. So you still have to end up buying hoodies like in bulk in wholesale, but it's like less of a cost because you're not letting the people overseas put the actual design on it for you. You're letting people near you put the design on it for you. This is something I was gonna do first, but then I said nah for some reason. It's a lot of people like sports teams and a lot of other people do it this type of way because really it's just easier to be honest with you. So those are the 3 types of ways you could do clothing fulfillment. Now let's get back so I can end off this video. Now, like I said before, you can create your own brand off of selling these products and scale it up in the future. That's the #1 advice I'll be giving to anyone who wants to start off their own business or just want to sell in general and want to create the life that they want to in the future. And to end off this video, I just want to say to anyone who really wants to start their own business that yeah, you can do it. Like you can do this type of business stuff any year because it's only gonna start getting better and better. Opportunity comes and goes all the time, but it's like your job to take control of opportunity when it comes. And you taking control of that opportunity can change your life, it can change your family's life, it can change so many other people's lives. So if you like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It really helps out a lot. I'll be creating more videos like these. I think I'm gonna stick to like twice a week posting. It's gonna be more quality videos like this. Remember that UNYUSUAL's goal is to lift people mentally, physically, and spiritually. If you like the clothing, you can buy it at our shop down below or at our SD shop. We have an SD shop as well, and we also sell bracelets as well. So yeah, that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys next time.